get over this funk and start just posting online soon.
Well,
We'll be brave.
it's yeah, sure. By the way, the recording started.
Oh shoot! Welcome to another. Welcome to another. Oh, lovely. Welcome to another exciting episode of Master or Not with our lovely hosts, Puddles, the Water Being.
Hi, you want to start a fire?
Oh Lord, Spencer, the Super Cat.
I found gum under a seat. It's really good.
Dahlia, the Living Dead Girl.
People say zombies have no brains, but I worry they have no heart.
Transient, the Matter Manipulator.
Oh, let's see here. If I add fire and then I add acid, I wonder how big of an explosion I can get.
Steak.
And Jace, the Technomancer, who is not here with us today, but he is still here in importance, and we'll be keeping him posted. So, continuing on, last time on Master Not, lunch was swift and delicious, save for a possible tampering of the tuna, or so someone lied. A distraction of the for the hall monitors to keep the real issue that is happening in the bathroom. You have discovered someone getting to grasp their powers, and you're split on how to approach it. Spencer has separated and is doing what he can to keep everyone that he doesn't trust out of the bathroom, while the new slag teen is trying to get his powers under control, only to be wrapped around by Wilda, who snuck in. Transient is faking stomach pains, making his way towards the bathroom, while Dahlia is using a quick wit to lie about the tuna talked about earlier. How will they calm things down, and what does the rest of the school hold for them? Find out today. So, once more, Dahlia, you managed to convince the closest hall monitor, who was walking over towards the bathroom, a new person whom you barely recognize. The name tag specifically calls him Mr. Weatherman, and you're telling him that it's because of the tuna. So he takes it into consideration and starts heading towards the kitchen, as suggested. You have him distracted. You already know Spencer is dealing with protecting the bathroom. You saw Wilda go there and are seeing Transient head over into the bathroom as well. Jace seems to be lost in thought with his eyes closed as he is still paying attention to what's going on around him. But he has yet to say what he's found out, aside from the short burst text that you guys have been getting. What do you want to do now?
Well, Dahlia's a little. She's gonna help with the transient still getting there. She says, "Okay, so now that we distracted him, play it cool, and let's see if we can figure out what's going on. This person really did set a building on fire. Probably a dangerous dude.
Wait, he set a building on fire?
Oh yeah, that's what we were dealing with this morning. I forgot to tell you. Well, couldn't tell you because of the teachers and stuff. But yeah, a building got set on fire, and apparently a new mutant was part of it. And it looks like we have an ID, this Tyrone kid. So
Are
like,
you
play it cool, and let's try not to blow up the school any more than we have to, right?
Sure, let's go with that.
Are you saying this as you guys encroach upon Spencer, who's still guarding the main
Yes.
crux of the entrance?
Oh, I bypassed Spencer a little while ago.
Yeah.
This is true.
Ah, okay. So then I take it this explanation is happening right after Dahlia comes up and gives Spencer the past scritches.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't let you through. Scritch. All right. Passport accepted.
Listen, Dahlia's gotten to know Spencer a little bit. She kind of knows how he works. Just a hair.
So now that you guys are curling in the bathroom, you do hear Wilda trying to calm down the kid inside the farther stall, close by a hole in the wall made by
Uh,
the
I
resident
engulfed
Supercat.
him at the end of last session.
Yeah, I don't think he can make
sorry.
any sense.
You hear the sounds of steam and bubble, is what because she has engulfed him as he's literally turning into flame. Wilda, I will need that toughness check.
Oh, sure, I'll take the first roll tonight. Let's see how shitty this is.
Oh boy.
Shh. Let's say it's good and not say anything else about it.
Hold on, need to see what my toughiness is. The
That time.
toughiness is a wait. No, that is not my toughiness. Okay. Gotta treat my toughness as 2 lower because I didn't activate ice. Oh, no. F you. I'm fine.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that beats it. So you're familiar with how being burnt and bubbled alive from the past few times that you've had to endure horrible pains before. So being around this person and trying to control, keep him from burning everything, you've gotten used to the flame. You've gotten used to the burn, so you're able to tough that out. And he seems to be struggling. He seems to be in a mixture. I need to roll something for him. 1 second.
There it is.
Tyrone.
Had one of my powers wrong, so now I got 2 more points.
Yemeni.
While this is going on, Dahlia hisses, "Hey, we got the hall monitor out of the way for now."
Yeah, he'll be back soon enough.
Yeah, she's trying to let Puddle know. You know already.
What can I do to help?
Why don't you be nice and a little quiet, and we will maybe explain what's going. Maybe you can explain what's going on to us.
Oh, sure thing. Dad loves playing the quiet game with me. I always win. Anyways, so my friend, his name is Tyrone, and he walked in here, and then he started smoking, and then he complained about not being able to calm down. And then he went to the stall, and then all the smoke started to come out. So I opened the window, but the window was really loose. Punched in the hole in the wall.
Yeah, Dahlia notices the quote loose window.
Anyways, after that, smoke started to fill the room, and I got really worried that the fire alarm was going to go off, but then it didn't go off at all. I just think it's not working.
Okay. So
Oh.
that's terrifying. All right. Well, so Tyrone needs to calm down. All right.
As you guys are conversating, the fireball that Wilda is holding inside the stall seems to simmer down into like a glowing light in the form of a body, and Tyrone's face seems to be somewhat. I don't know how to phrase shine through the bright light, other than like dimly poked out from the light. So forgive me for not being able to phrase that better, but his face is able to be seen within Wilda's water entrapment. Wilda, you can hear him go, I'm fine, I'm fine. Please put me down. Please put me down. Everyone else can hear a muddled speaking, but it comes out as boop, 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 amongst the boiling sounds there.
Guy.
We need to go outside, okay? And we can't have the school burned down.
Well, Spencer made a great exit way. Good job, Spencer.
You told me to play the quiet game. Now we're playing 20 questions.
Spencer, Oh no, you do hear a couple of things. Let me send those texts to you while you guys continue role playing.
Just
Okay.
gentle jump cut to the sound waves coming to his ear.
We're just gonna go outside through this hole. Okay?
Uh, outside. Okay, that might help. Maybe some fresh air. Just please don't tell anyone. Please, my sister can't know. My family can't know.
I understand. As our incorporeal selves go underneath this stall. And we head towards the window.
You mean the hole in the wall?
Yeah. Where there once was a
Now
window.
we know.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me athletics at a -2 since you are keeping Tyrone with inside you as you're crawling over into through the wall.
Huh, that's funny. That means I'm rolling the same thing I did last time. If my computer would let me copy and paste. There we go. 13.
So as you're making it up, you're going over, thinking you're pulling yourself up on some sturdier bricks. Except one of the bricks does give way and it falls down. There's a audible crack that seems to echo from within the bathroom towards the outer area. This seems to lead to a bit more commotion that Spencer's able to hear, and I believe he's letting everyone else know.
About.
Janice ended, he heard a big scary crack.
I heard a big scary crack. I go check it out.
No, I mean they're sort of you're hearing like a couple more people from from in the school wanting to come in, especially with that loud drop like that.
The loud drop of. Wait, who dropped what? Sorry.
I dropped a
as-
brick.
Yes,
Yeah.
as Wilda was climbing up the wall, she pulled a loose brick and it fell down. It hit the ground loudly, causing a loud cracking sound to echo through out the bathroom. Where you were hearing one sound of somebody just complaining, now you're hearing multiple footsteps coming towards. Along with that is this other thing.
Go ahead and send it, DM.
So does Dahlia hear any of these footsteps?
Once they get to once they get in to the beginning of the bathroom, yes, you're able to start hearing footsteps as they start coming down the hall.
Question:
It's a short hall, and yes,
Is Wilda and the fireman outside?
yes, they are now outside.
All right, I fixed the wall.
Go ahead and give me that alchemy check.
I'm still waiting on what I'm supposedly hearing.
You're hearing people coming.
And another thing that DM has is still currently typing.
Oh. Secret things.
That's what happens when you have super hearing. Indeed, that. Yep. It be fixed.
Yep, with that roll, you do with a resounding clap and a little bit of sparkling before anyone comes in. The wall is returned back to normal. The window almost matching the same one that was broken by Spencer.
Almost.
That being said, while Wilda and the fire being are outside, you also have Dahlia with you, a female.
Duck into one of the stalls, obviously, and stand on top of the toilet with the door closed.
Stealth roll.
Okay. I don't really need to stealth in the bathroom. People think that people are gonna be in the bathroom.
What if you slip on the toilet seat?
Oh man, you're right. Okay, that's it. That's legit. Let me pull up
Yep.
my sheet because I just realized I don't have it up.
So-
I'll also have to reveal a terrible fact about boys' bathroom versus females' bathrooms. Boys' bathrooms will have maybe 2 or 3 toilet stalls. The rest will be normally urinals that will be separated by dividers.
Yeah,
So-
you can take one of the 2 stalls. Stealth +4. Sweet. Okay.
There are boys that are going to be fighting over those stalls. Oh no!
That's not good.
Oh no!
All right, let's see how the next 3 boys roll.
Sneaker slips on it. You can hear a loud creak. So, in character as Spencer, after hearing those 2 things from inside and outside.
2 regular.
First thing, go ahead.
Sorry, the first 2 rolls are 2 regular students. And then the next roll is one of the more noticeable students.
You mean notable?
2 are not observant, and one of them is very observant. Unfortunately observant, you might say.
So, in the process, Spencer, you were saying before I answer?
Yeah, Spencer hears something from outside and immediately goes right up to the window again. And he opens the window and then climbs out through it.
Does he open the window or does he open the window?
He uses the mechanism that is known to open the window in the normal way.
Oh, thank goodness.
Is the window big enough for him?
I'm gonna need him to make a athletics check.
Wouldn't it be acrobatics to try and squeeze through?
Yeah, it would be acrobatic check.
I'm going to use my amazing skills of cat folding and flexibility. A 27 DM.
So, because he actually does have more cat-like reflexes and a feline-like body, he is able to sling through the short opening. That transit, you could tell you've made it barely big enough to stick your head out through, not enough to fit most other body parts. So, watching him slink through like some sort of serpentine creature before standing back to his regular cat form, you're left a little irked. As you hear Ramon burst in, "Hey, is everything all right? I heard a crack from the other side." And then alongside him, one other student comes up. No one recognizes him. He's one of the sophomores. Going, "I also heard that same sound. Everything okay?" Before they're both pushed aside by one of the more thicker and portlier juniors. "Move aside, young ones. I gotta use the bathroom."
There's a
As-
barge coming through, boys.
As I look at the 2 that came in, stating, "We heard a crack from the other side." You guys mean from outside, right? And he's saying this in the most deadpan tone.
Outside.
So-
Outside. That's
Yeah. So what are you 2 doing in here if that came from outside?
Go ahead and give me a deception roll
Hmm.
as you make them question their own sanity. Like they could have sworn they legitimately heard a sound of stone dropping inside the bathroom, but now you're telling them it was from outside. Window is open.
I dove
Once more.
straight to the window. If I crack a tree limb, that's fine.
So go ahead, give me that deception roll, transient.
I seem to be missing Did it not save?
As I prep the normal guys.
Yeah, apparently my last time didn't save. What the heck? Let me check something else. I'm missing powers that I should have.
Which powers are you missing?
What did we? Puddle. What was our last journal entry?
It was called Slugging It Out for 4
I got 4
PowerPoints.
PowerPoints. There it is. Disarming.
Arming 5. Yep.
Let me double check this.
The way you could wrap your cute and innocent looking when you want to make him feel nervous about hitting you.
Okay, so that's. I could very well just go try disarming one of them, but I'm not going to spend a hero point to do that. So my deception is that now. Okay. Glad I spent some points in it. I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna Benny that. Just. I'll use my last Benny on this just to entertain myself.
If they have to use the bathroom hard enough, they will not question it.
So that is a 22.
One second,
Below
going back
10, I
over.
got the extra 10.
Gaslights, gatekeepers, girl boss. So wait, are you
And
been?
I Bennied it. So I rolled below a 10, so you add 10 to the total.
So 22. Okay.
Total had to be below 10. That makes Benny's
No.
a lot better.
No, your roll has to be below 10.
Oh, heck yeah, baby.
All right. So moving from doing these rolls separately. First guy is at regulars. Oh, all right. Dude, I think he's telling the truth. We gotta head outside. Next roll is gonna be for Ramon.
As I look at Junior. Oh yeah, and the stall at the end's open for you. Still a degree of failure.
Yep. Ramon gives you a bit of a side eye before going, man, damn it, I hate mixing things up. All right, thanks. We'll be right back. And the fat guy who is more motivated to going towards the nearest stall. He gets a circumstantial +2.
Still
Just
fails.
one failure. Yeah, no, cool. Great, cool. Better have enough toilet paper. Oh god.
It's crowding! Oh god!
You had the tuna, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh god. As terrible sounds, I'm not going to
Wow,
attempt.
that makes me so happy.
Next to you, you hear terrible sounds that no one should have to hear in one's lifetime. Being blasted as a young man groans for their life. You are all technically clear to hurry up and get out to the bathroom now via many ways. Spencer is now moving away from the window, while Wilda is sitting not too far away from the window with Tyrone still in her grasp. That being said, let me finish what I'm sending to Spencer.
I knocked twice on the stall door with Dahlia. Is that?
Dahlia comes out and gives you a thumbs up.
He makes a gesture towards the door and a shushing motion.
She gives him a second thumbs up and quietly tiptoes towards the door.
To be absolutely fair, you don't probably have to tiptoe because this guy's taking a massive shit.
Oh, he's emptying out his last 3 years of digestives. His last 3 years of food.
He's
Yeah.
blowing it up in there, baby.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Poisoning is so painful.
I don't remember eating corn.
Really? Corn was literally one of the sides today.
That's a worse sign.
That's all that you see, Spencer. So as he's distracted, trying to figure out, trying to discern what all he's going to do with what he sees, what do the rest of you do while you're trying to sneak away from the loudly groaning kid in the bathroom?
I'll unwrap myself from Tyrone, and we'll start motioning him away from the school.
Yeah. Wait, we have class here, and oh God,
You
uh,
you need time to
What?
calm down.
time to calm down. I'm already being pressured to try to keep up with school, and everyone else is asking me to do stuff. I just don't. I don't want to burn anything. I just.
No, I understand. That's why we're gonna have a talk. Okay? We still have
Are
some
you there?
time left to lunch.
Are you that water monster that's going around town?
I am the one that they've been reporting, yes.
Does that include the water towers being stolen by you?
I didn't steal the water towers. I've been protecting them.
Wait. Wow, you're not able to split yourself into two places, are you?
Uh, I can, but it's noticeable.
Uh, okay. How how noticeable? Like you don't grow like extra limbs, do you? The one I've been seeing on the television that they've been reporting on, been acting weird. I
Wait,
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
the water monster's been acting weird?
Well, at the beginning of June, or they were talking about how people were being saved by this water monster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then sometime around the beginning of July, or was it late June? I don't know. There was a lot of talk about military movements that they seem to be crossing across our town. Then there was this just random water monster attack. And then I think it was the sector's third water tank. That one got stolen. You didn't hear about it?
No, I didn't.
If you would like to do I want to say history. Sorry, insight.
Doesn't
Do an
common knowledge
insight.
like Savage World does.
What'd you say?
So it doesn't have like a common knowledge or local history like Savage World does.
Yeah, I like Savage Worlds as a system. Oof. Oof. This could be important. I will use my first Benny. That's much better.
So,
Oh,
as
okay.
he's
Apparently that's
describing,
my second Benny. Okay. No, go ahead.
so as you are talking about, and he's describing the time frame, it reminds you. Your mind. You recall that the time frame was when you went and followed that. Went into that military base back at the later end of June.
Well, I didn't steal a water tower, but I did kind of go and raid the military base.
You mean
Okay.
secret military base, Mayor?
Yes, the secret military base
That nobody else is supposed to know about?
that no one else is supposed to know about. That's why he's more informed of the random water monster that's stolen the third water tank out from the industrial sector area. Not that there was a military raiding.
Military people are all over. Not that they had a base. So be careful, Kage. Be
He just-
careful.
He just heard that they were doing a quick cross through. You know, like how certain military programs will just have military vehicles pass through certain main streets in order to get to other forts.
I mean, to
One
be
of those
fair, he
scenarios.
doesn't know who I am.
That is another truth.
But no, I didn't steal a water tower.
Oh man, I think there might be two of you then.
It
I-
wouldn't surprise me.
He takes a moment to look at you a bit better. And
I'm
anyone else
featureless.
reaches. Right, you're featureless.
Mhm.
Before anyone else gets over to where you're at, or before Spencer starts acting up as he starts making his way over towards the bushes, you do hear him go. The water monster that they were showing had like white, was like dark blue with white crescents going over them, like they were a mad sea. At least that's how the reporters was describing it.
This is what I
Claire,
look like most of the time. I mean, I can change somehow how I look, but I can't do things like crescents.
It's- You know, you're not so scary now.
I've never been scary.
You see the flames that were around his body actually re-solidify back to his normal self, normal clothing. That helps. How long have you been like this?
Since my 16th birthday.
As you guys, as you catch him up to speed with how you've grown up. Spencer, you've noticed the... Go ahead and say it out loud.
Say what out loud?
Where you're going to.
I'm going to two backpacks that are nearby a bush outside the window. And I go ahead and wave at Wilda and Tyrone as they're having a serious heart-to-heart, and I go, "Hi, Wilda! Hi, Tyrone!" And I go up to the backpack and open it.
As you reach down towards the backpack, the little wiener dog that's attached to the said backpack, as I did describe them wearing backpacks,
Ah, you
looks
did?
up. Yep, looks up and goes, hey, that's my personal property. My master gave that to me. What are you doing?" Of course,
A dog with a backpack? That's just plain silly. But I like it. Hi, my name's Spencer.
Oh, I'm Stratus. Nice to meet you. Mind putting me down?
He just realizes he's holding the guy off the ground. It's like weighing nothing to him. It's like, oh, sorry, puts him down. And by put him down, I mean slowly lower him to the ground and then let him be on the ground before letting go. I don't just go drop. But
Fair enough.
I put him down.
All right. Are you a normal person? Most people have a
Normal
hard.
person. Well, I've got hands, wiggles my fingers. I've got feet, points to my shoes. And he notices the fact that one is a boot, one is a flip-flop, one's hot pink, the other's dark brown. Again, horrible clothing combination that's also half burned. And
Well,
he just... Go ahead.
From the tabby cat, also wearing a backpack, what my associate here is trying to say is, you look like someone who could join us. If you've got time and no owner, You should probably stop by outside the school after school and meet with our owner, our master. There's great plans to be had.
He's scratching his chin. All Tyrone and Will to see right now is like.
So
As all
that you,
Spencer.
well, then eventually everyone else will see once they get there. Everyone pretty much does hear like a few barking, some growling, some mewling, some meowing coming from where Spencer is as he's talking to what seems to be a Doshin and a tabby cat, both wearing like these neat little tiny backpacks that fit them properly.
It's adorable. It's adorable. I'm wearing my patent pending Arachnid Man backpack because obviously Spider-Man is copyright. Anyways, I am just kind of kneeling down and I keep going, but animal to animal here. What I do say is, sure, I'll hang around after school. How late do I have to be here?
Yeah, we'll see. Shouldn't be much longer than a nibble on some catnip. Yeah, again with you and your catnip.
What was that?
Coming from the Dushin. Again with you and your catnip. Can't you all just find a ball and just find some peace with it?
Hey, balls and catnip can be pretty cool. There's no reason to compare them if they're equally awesome.
Animal speaking.
But yeah, Spencer found a cute little friend group.
They do look like they're getting ready to walk away. As they look like they're getting ready to walk away, we'll cut back over to the rest of the group. Dahlia, Transient. And I would say Jace, but Jace is still currently sitting down enjoying lunch, listening in on a conversation. So, what will you two do as you guys try to find your way out, figure a way out from the bathroom and over to where Wilda is at, outside?
Can try to squeeze through. At worst comes to worst, she can just chop herself into pieces and throw them through the window.
I mean, you could always ask Transient to.
True.
The extremely obvious.
Remember, someone's taking a massive shit in the bathroom now.
Horrible noises coming from there.
Dahlia is going to look at the window. Do you think she can fit through? She is pretty scrawny, like you might say she's bone thin.
Wait, what was that last part?
Do you think Dahlia can fit through that window? She's you might say she's bone thin.
Oh, if you want to attempt it, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can fit through.
So, Dahlia, before you make your attempted leap through the window, you pick up one of the waste buckets that's used for the trash can, flip it down, and take a quick step on top of it before looking over at Transit. Hey, want to see a cool trick? And then just start chucking pieces of yourself through the window. Leg, arm, other leg, and somehow toss the rest of your torso through the window without causing any breaks or tearing.
She's
Yeah,
gonna reassemble herself.
Throwing stuff, so I'm really just like doing a backflip out the window, I guess.
Yeah. She has to sew herself back together.
her arms are ambulatory, even off her body.
Yeah, but I mean, if that wouldn't be an acrobatics roll, that would be, I guess, attack rolls on myself. For acrobatics, I'd do something sort of cool and stretchy. Maybe I like dislocate all my bones and just like flop through the window.
Okay, yeah, so we'll work with that.
'Cause I'm just like floppy like a snake right now. So it's actually probably really disgusting, but Dahlia thinks it's hilarious.
And since we're right out the window and Wilda sees that, she goes puddle mode because that is absolutely terrifying.
As, as the
I haven't
sounds
gone
of,
I haven't gone into human form, but I am just on the ground as a sentient puddle.
so
Dead
Dahlia,
corpse
you
out the window.
you corpse crawl from the small opening of the window out onto the sidewalk slash grass area. Your muscles managing to keep your bones from just absolutely floating as you struggle through like a snake crawling up a wall.
Oh, that's a beautiful. Yes. Then she like pops back together like, pretty cool.
Oh Lord, I'm just imagining the sounds of bones popping in like
Yeah,
rapid fire
trust me,
succession.
I know too well.
Crack. Ah, what a terrible massage that was. So after a series of bone pops, you do hear Dahlia pull herself back together from the flesh mound that was her. Just bones
Yeah.
disconnected.
Yeah,
She was
that's
basically earthworm mode.
that's fine. Again, Wilda's absolutely terrified of Dahlia.
Speaking of, I'm gonna have to roll Tyrone's will against someone's fearsome presence. Double checking that fearsome presence. DC 14. Okay. Oh no. All that hard work to calm him down, to get him to understand that he's safe.
Just backfired.
And now he's impaired as he seems to start backing away at your friend reassembling herself from the ground up, in a manner of speaking. Well, how did you? Well, that didn't sound. How? Oh, how?
Oh, hey, Tyrone, what's up, dude?
Uh, uh, and I
I'm
want to say this is you.
girl. I'm a gymnast, one might say.
How do you put your bones back into place?
She just,
She's triple jointed at this point.
you know, when you break your leg and your muscles start spasming trying to pull your bone back together, it's like that, but with dislocation. Except she can also move her bones at will too.
Amazing.
All right.
Right?
So he shakes off the stammering. You're that zombie chick everyone's talking about. Holy! How are you here at school? What are you doing? Doing that in broad daylight? How does the sun not burn you?
Dude, you do realize that I'm a zombie, not a vampire. Like, those are different things. You do know that, right?
There's a momentary pause where he looks around before looking down, going, "I always mix it up."
Hey, it's alright. Yeah, we come in peace and, you know, shit like that.
Right. Peace. Would you mind just calming down? Sit, please. As he tries to get you to like sit on the grass area.
The grass is wet by puddle.
Yeah, Dahlia sits on you on accident. She doesn't know you're there.
All right, cool. So you're friends with that water monster, that water being that was. Is she still here?
Probably. She's really good at uh, hiding. But yeah.
Look,
Little hand comes up from under Dahlia.
Whoa, hello there.
pausing this conversation to flick it back to Transient because I did not hear how he's escaping from there and reaching back over to you guys.
Yep.
Transient, after watching that horrible maneuver, how do you want to proceed to catch up with him?
I'm gonna
Or
study
did you
her.
have different?
I'm gonna study her anatomy one of these days. That way I can put her back together whenever she falls apart. Oh, alright. Anyways, I walk out the bathroom and I walk out the lunchroom doors.
All right. So as you head outside the bathrooms, the cafeteria is still the disorderly filled conduct as a high school would have. Although it is missing one hall monitor. The hall monitor that was close by you guys seemed to have gone towards the kitchen, but the kitchen is now closed after the few minutes that have passed. Everyone has already gotten their lunches, and people that were inside have already closed the cafeteria for the day.
Mhm.
How much you want to bet he's ripping them a new one right now? You left the tuna out for how long? That's not okay.
The other hall monitor, Mrs. Goldlight, is currently standing on the opposite side, trying to keep everyone inside before the next bell rings. That way, everyone can go to class. She is double checking people, making sure that everyone is leaving without taking anything from the cafeteria, your guys' plastic plates and all that. But she does expect you guys to clean up after your area. Did you remember to clean up yours and everyone else's table when you guys left it?
What's cleaning?
What is nurse's office after bathroom?
So go ahead
Not
and give me
her
another.
mistake, but she gave away her lunch, so she didn't have a mess. She ate out of her backpack like an animal.
Spencer still hasn't eaten his lunch yet, and it's probably really cold.
And Jace hasn't left the table yet. Not sure how this managed to take an entire hour.
And Wilda didn't get to eat.
Neither did Transient, so... The only one that got to eat was Dahlia and Jace.
Rude.
So 15 minutes to lunch.
Before anything else, I'm going to look over at this point, because I think the animals are walking away roughly at this point, right?
Hang on, Spencer. It's still Transient's.
So, what do you need me to roll?
A deception as you remind the other hall monitor that you're heading over to the nurse's office that your friend Jace will pick up after everyone.
Yeah, no, I had the tuna. I'm not going to be staying in here, if you'll excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, wait, the tuna? Everyone seems to be having issues with the tuna. What? Did something happen?
A rather rapid case of food poisoning, yes.
Go ahead and add +5 to that deception roll right now.
He's good at this.
It really wants me to stick it out at 12.
That's okay. Apparently none of the hall monitors are really paying attention. Like, so she does a couple of blinks. Like, shit, why does nobody tell me any of this? As you see this hall monitor head towards the kitchen area. All right, you better head straight to the nurse's office. I'll be back to take care of this. Make sure your friend cleans up that area.
He'll nod his head twice, look at the crowd, and say, "Now's your time to escape."
As you manage to step through the doors, because I'm assuming that's at that point you're stepping through the doors, right?
Yep.
You take a few steps, you start making your way to go around to the other side as just a plethora of kids just start hand over fist trying to climb over each other as they escape from the cafeteria and enjoy the next 10 minutes of recess that they can. It is quite the spectacular body tsunami that you see as you walk away, not being caught in any of the horrible trampling as you hear kids go.
They're only legs. Who needs them anyways? It's not like you need them for school.
They'll grow back.
I don't know. The school's quarterback is down and trampled. Ah!
Do I hear
Wow.
that?
Wow. I know our quarterback was bad, but to get tackled by the 5th graders? Seriously.
Graders in our middle school or high school?
Yeah. Ours is a high school. How he managed to get tackled by elementary schoolers, don't ask me. There's like only 2 schools in this entire area.
Junior to senior high schools. Even then, 5th graders are terrifying. Where did they come from?
Where'd they go?
Kids are everywhere.
So
Where
yeah,
did they
I'm
go?
walking out to where Dahlia was sitting on Puddle.
As you do make it over there, you do see Spencer having a short conversation with what seems to be animals, more animals, a cat and a dog, while they're wandering around here on school premises beyond you. You do see a young man. I had the description written down, and I left the book elsewhere. 1 second. There it is. A young man with a mullet and sideburns, mutton chops specifically, dark brown hair, green eyes, and thin lips. Wearing what seems to be a green hoodie and baggy black pants. Baggy cargo pants.
This is Tyrone, right?
Yep.
I thought he was wearing
He
a
also-
black.
Go ahead.
I thought he was wearing a black jacket.
Was it black jacket? Did I say black jacket last time? Yeah, black jacket. Black jacket, green hoodie.
I might be colorblind, but I know dark gray from regular gray.
And black cargo pants. Along with that, you do see Dahlia sitting in what seems to be a puddle. That puddle is waving a short hand, giving a little hello to Tyrone before you popped up.
What's up, Puddle?
Puddle? Wait, isn't that the name that the mean girls call that one girl? Wait, that's
Puddle the
as
monster. Yes, Puddle.
Transients.
Yes, Puddle the monster. It's like you've never seen her before. She's been around town like a few times.
I mean, honestly, I thought she was just an urban legend.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm unfortunately real.
Yeah, real enough to have wannabes Did you know that there was another water being?
There was another one? Oh, wait. I thought I remember hearing something about that, but
Only Dolly would know about this too, wouldn't she?
It would have definitely been in the news. Might have just gone under your guys' radars because, one, you got done dealing with something cooler, a secret military base, and helping break out people from said military base. Hearing about another water tower get stolen, let's get off our nose. And you already know that Wildo has been with you the whole time. There's no way it could be her.
how are we down 2 water towers now? The one by by our place got stolen, what, a month ago?
That's when you forget to cherish them.
Roughly, yeah. And technically, it's down from the last records you've heard. It is down 3 of the 13 water towers all together in the city.
And that water being was a darker blue with crescent moons.
Hmm. Let's see here. No, we wouldn't have seen it on the news because we kind of missed the news that day. Wait, who did we lose? Looks like we lost Spencer.
Oh no, not Spence! He was just a boy!
Oh, he's back. And he's a cat.
Huh?
Yes.
Get it right.
Never. I'll make my references as I make my references.
Boys.
How you interpret my references is your interpretation.
I wasn't interpreting nothing. You specifically stated it.
Yes, well, catching me with my pants down and whatnot. Continuing on. So as the group is somewhat together, Spencer, you were doing what as you were pointing towards the cats and dog, or were you trying to get the name from the cat? Spencer.
Your mic is not working?
No, my mic is working. The Wi-Fi sucks.
Where's you Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had Wi-Fi problems today too.
It's
Or,
being
well,
stupid. Anyways, I'm trying to find out the cat's name. Yeah. Hello.
All right.
Okay. Look, no
So-
one here.
So you make your question, make your inquiry, and the tabby cat looks over. Yeah, I could tell you my name, or you can wait to find out after school. Catch you later.
The suspense will kill me. Not really, though. I think people just say that for dramatic effect, whatever that means. See you later. Waves his hand. Turns around like 90 degrees to the left.
A little
What'd you
sus. Yeah, a little suspense won't kill anyone as the cat disappears,
Aha.
along with Stratus the dog, who also disappears around the corner.
Just gonna turn back around to the group and see that literally everyone's there, and he'll go, "Wow, you guys are fast! I didn't even have to ask for you guys to come out here."
all right.
Wow. So, you're all friends together, huh?
No, we all hate each other and just work together because we have to.
Why
Yes,
would
we're
you make
friends.
such a hurtful lie?
Thought you might not want to say that within Spence's hearing.
Oh,
I'm not sure
sorry.
he gets sarcasm yet.
That was a mean joke. Scritches? She offers.
He immediately obliges.
And she gives the scritches.
All is well in the world.
I will say, Tyrone, it does get a bit easier to control. But for the first month that I had it, I couldn't. I was, trapped.
You were trapped? In what? Like a pitcher? Cup of water?
A mattress.
Sorry. Oh. Not in the fun way.
No.
Sorry. How did no one notice you were missing?
They did. They did.
You didn't shout for them, or
Couldn't.
everyone could be
didn't
seeing
know.
like
I didn't know how to pull myself together.
oh, I can resemble that feeling. Mine started about maybe 2 weeks ago. Uh, it was like a couple days after my birthday, turned 14. You know, thinking everything was gonna be going well, gonna be growing into an adult. Then I'm with my dad out in the usual scrapyard, and he said something that got me angry. Next thing I know, the metal I was holding on to starts turning red hot, and I almost started a fire where my dad worked at. I don't recall how I calmed down. I woke up. I want to say in a small lake. You know the lake just outside of just at the bottom of the ravine, near where the pull spill all that runoff out.
Yeah.
You did it's an obvious local area,
Yeah.
sort of like a watering hole, even though it's supposed to be a closed off reservoir.
Yeah, it doesn't stop people.
It does not stop people. Yeah, I found myself there. I think my dad came up and grabbed me afterwards. I was feeling bad. I don't know how to control it. Every time I get angry, on edge, even dealing with school seems to start getting me started. And
School's hard.
worse yet is my friends are trying to get me to join up with this other group. That we're gonna be doing great things, making big money. I just
You
want to.
can't.
I just want to. I just don't want to hurt anyone. Doesn't help. Doesn't help that every time I get around my new girlfriend, I also start freaking out.
What's a girlfriend?
New
All
girlfriend?
first. It's what Transient and Puck will be in the next, week or so.
Trans boy.
Yeah, no. Wilda's hand disappears. Absolute
let's see.
embarrassment.
Yeah,
What-
now I get to roll the will save. No, that's a that's a fail by at least 1 degree. That type
You-
of embarrassment would have been in 15.
You find the slight zing spoken by Dahlia a lot more catching than you would have had someone else try to say it. the skin in your face has turned a bright red as you're trying to give that not paying attention look.
Or they'll figure it out, but you're not supposed to tell them. Otherwise they won't realize it. They need to figure out their feelings all by themselves, you know?
Hey,
You
I
like
hope.
in those Romeo dad watch on the TV couch?
Exactly. They have to figure it out by themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of a personal thing,
Hey,
but
what's
yeah,
up here? Shh, this is a private conversation.
uh, you're yeah, okay, yeah, my new girlfriend, Jenna. She's been also trying to help me get used to the family life, but I haven't had the chance to tell her about the fire powers. And every time I get near her, I get all these funny feelings. I almost start lighting fires by accident just by sitting around her. And this
Now, ti-
morning,
Now's the time to deflect. Oh, so you get hot under the collar around her.
yeah. Then how?
That's Ed, not Dahlia.
Yeah, that is
Then
very much. You guys haven't left us behind. You know that, right?
you guys have only like took it a couple of steps and then continued talking, looking back to within like 5 feet of the guy, the entire group. Take another couple of steps, resume talking before another call out, looking back, still within 5 feet of the group. That's how I'm imagining Spencer and Dahlia having their conversation as they walk away, quote unquote.
Dahlia's
What are we-
like talk to Spencer about the birds and the bees, and they won't actually involve any birds or bees.
Oh, so you're giving Spencer the talk.
Yes.
Almost immediately, within the first 5 seconds, you hear Spencer from like halfway down the block go, "You put one in what?"
How old is that cat?
3, I think.
Yeah, no, he's like 3 years old. However, they got him neutered as soon as they could. Because they adopted him from an animal shelter.
I'm not sure if you're saying this in character or out of character.
I'm saying it out of character.
The players.
Damn, like Tyrone would have had a reaction if it wasn't in character.
Transient.
Him.
Yeah, no.
We neutered him.
Transient said that out loud. He's 3, I think.
Tyrone gives like a very how is he a 3-year-old here at school? How is he?
Cat. 3-year-old cat.
What is that in like dog years? What 17, 18?
I mean, he's literally a cat. He's like you.
No, I know Tyrone. Tyrone gives that look like I am trying to decipher this. I don't know if that. I don't raise cats. I haven't had a cat. I don't know how old a cat gets before they're considered a teenager in cat years or human years. Please, 3 years old.
In
You're
his
saying
20s,
that-
so.
He's our age equivalent in cat years physically. Who knows what whatever the hell is going on has changed him.
Okay.
I'm a mathematician, not a biologist.
I guess that works. So
Yep.
I am sorry for all this, and I do thank you, thank you guys again for stopping me from making a bigger mess this morning. I let my emotions get the better of me when I went to go try to say hi to Jenna, and her dad just. I swear he was a screw loose when he got down the stairs and it just set me off. Next thing you know, Tyrone attempts to give a half-hearted whoops look.
Fair enough.
It happens.
Will, that you recall the fire, how bad the fire got.
Mm-hmm.
You recall how many people got hurt. There is that little bit of doing good that wants to make you say
Hold
some.
You'll have to try and do a little bit better, though. Unfortunately, fire's more destructive than water.
Yeah. You see his shoulders slump down. Yeah, you're right. Not like I can really go around being a fire monster with how everybody's. He stops. He stops talking after that last bit as he starts withdrawing into himself.
As much as I hate to say it, and as much as I hate the shrinks, you might want to ask the school counselor to recommend one to you, at least to get at least your anger under control. Fire is a lot more energetic than most other elements, so a hothead would be almost literal for you.
So as you're explaining that to him, Spencer does make a notion that he remembers that he's hungry and he forgot lunch. His stomach loudly growling some short distance into the conversation him and Dahlia are having as they round about towards the front of the cafeteria on the outside.
I would like to describe how I roundabout. So,
Go ahead.
Again, comedic relief to the rescue. As Spencer starts getting more and more hungry, he realizes, why am I so hungry? Wait, I was supposed to have lunch. My lunch is still on the table. Wait, is lunch over? I need to go get my lunch. And he quite literally grabs Dahlia and goes, there's no time to explain, probably in the middle of her explaining something, as I sprint towards the front door.
Oh, thank God, I can only speculate on my friends' love lives for so long.
And Spencer, remember to slap comments like that in the cul-de-sac lounge.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, so you round off as Dahlia takes a sigh of relief, having to no longer be on that train of thought, and run back towards the front of the cafeteria, and you do see almost no one in the cafeteria now, with the table you and the rest of your group at still at the end, and Jace just sitting there, still chewing the same bite of food he's been chewing on since the beginning of this lunch hour. Half hour. The doors are locked. What will you do? Oh,
Yeah.
crap. Didn't realize you grabbed Dahlia too.
No.
Yeah, I grabbed Dahlia, and I'm looking at the door, and I'm looking at Dahlia, and I'm gonna go, you don't feel pain, right?
And she says, wait, no, I do feel the pain part. It's, no.
Yeah, I grab Dahlia, and I just basically slam her hand into the door like, you can make a key with your hand, you can dislocate your bones, right?
Well, I guess what do I need to do to see if I die from, or if my bones break and I need to repair them or not?
That would be a toughness check first to see if your bones break.
Let me see.
And I spelled that correctly, right, Mayor?
Yes.
Toughness is half. As half effect. So what does that mean in case of broken bones? Just roll toughness.
They don't break as easily?
Okay, we'll go for that. All right.
We really need to get your regeneration.
Yeah. Well, I do have some minor regeneration. I just have to eat meat.
That will be in the works. So go ahead and give me that toughness check.
Not great.
Oof.
Crap.
So before you can react and pull your hand back, you feel Spencer jam your hand into the keyhole. There's this weird and unsettling feeling as you feel the bone of your index finger go through, and you hear the click on the other side as the door slightly goes ajar. But as you feel your finger pull back, you realize it is bare bone. Skin has been peeled aside like a glove.
Oh, oh goodness, it's been degloved.
She says, Spencer, who is going to pry that out of the lock later? Huh? It ain't gonna be me. And it means that or
Spencer will kind of look at the lock, just like kind of rubbing his chin, actually trying to solve the problem for half a second.
You eyeball the fingertip laden lock as you look back over towards Dahlia's bony finger exposed hand with like the half portion of the lower portion of her finger just still clinging to the rest of the hand, but the top portion inside the door.
lean
Hmm.
forward, the fingertip flesh leaps out and jumps on your face.
It jumps in my face, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to go. I'm just jumps in my face and I go. It likes me.
Dahlia's like, well, that didn't work quite like the squirt bottle would, I imagine. Well, whatever. And she like sort of sticks it back on and sighs and like with one hand tries to go through her needle and thread through her backpack for the needle and thread and says, "Okay, you go eat your lunch. I'm gonna sew this back on, and then I don't know. I need to find something to eat."
Aye, aye, Captain. As he walks right up to the table, and by walks right up, I mean somehow he's walking at 10 miles an hour.
2 steps and you're already there. The sound of popping behind you as the room suffers a half a mock sound barrier bursting as you get over to the other side. Tables are moved and a couple of papers are fluttering about now.
We
move-
call that an almost airburst.
Almost airburst. Yeah, but I'm back, and everyone's still there.
Bear in mind, the only one left in the cafeteria auditorium is just Jace now. Everyone else, once they were given the okay by transient here, mad dash person over person and tsunami out of the cafeteria to enjoy the remaining 15 minutes of their lunch. Now down to 5 minutes and growing shorter.
I am going to look at the table. What food is on the table?
Hey, Mayor, where's the menu? How far up is the menu? Gotta find the menu. There it is.
All right.
So there is a cold grilled cheese, tomato soup, and crackers. There is. Didn't you get the chicken sandwich, mac and cheese, and biscuit?
Yeah,
I
I did also get that.
So you have 2 full plates of those plus your own.
I'm going to go to my plate and just basically there's half a second where it's just you know that chainsaw sound effect when someone's eating really fast in a cartoon. That's exactly what happens, and just food spatters everywhere for half a second, and he's finished.
The little bit of food that pops up hits Jace on the side of the cheek as he looks over at you as you clean your plate and everybody else's.
Yeah, I clean everyone's plate at this point, and I'm just kind of licking my plate clean. I look over at him and go, "There's something on your cheek." I immediately go over and lick it off his cheek.
You do know that he was still eating a lunch made by the Follingers, what seems to be like a creamy chicken over noodles, and he's about halfway through it, even though it looks like he's been chewing on the same bite over and over.
Are you gonna finish that?
It's after you lick his face and ask that question, he finally opens his eyes after this whole half hour. The sound of swallowing can be heard. And goes, Spencer, we're about to be in some real stuff. Let me enjoy what little I have, please.
Okay, and I go around the rest of the lunchroom eating anything that isn't the tuna sandwich.
As you do that, you do see the janitor come out from the back area. Yan Etor.
Yeah, Etor.
I'm proud of this one. I'm absolutely proud of this one. Comes out and just looks over. Where is everybody gone? Who's eating all the scraps? How am I supposed to clean the bits if they're all over the place?
It's just an absolutely massive. Spencer looks over at him and then points to Jace. He did it.
Sorry.
Oh, that has to be a deception roll.
Please, deception roll now.
Also, Jason's been keeping his eyes closed because remember, his eyes glow.
Yes, but also he did it.
That's why he closes his eyes again after hearing the janitor come back.
Well, let's see what the dice say.
Two. That is a 14 DM. It's believable.
Wow, this really is a cartoon from the 90s.
Why are you
None of
Mashugana? You're just sitting there in the chair pretending that you don't even notice me. You come over here and wreck my kitchen like this, and you send everybody else. Everyone's supposed to be in here to help me put the tables up. Are you going to help me with the tables? He continues his rant for the next 5 minutes before the last bell rings for the next class.
I will help him with the tables, but I will absolutely blame the mess on Jace.
Wow.
And you reserve this moment for when Jace comes back to get his earnest reaction.
Like I said, this really is a 90s cartoon world. None of the adults are observant at all.
They really aren't. I feel bad about this.
I feel like there should be womp 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 womp.
From you're in the right channel. Don't touch that dial, kids.
This show is supported by viewers like you.
Thank you.
When did we become PBS?
When I said so.
I can't even count to P, let alone S.
Spence, we're giving you to the count.
I can't tell if that's good or bad. Well, anyways, 5 minutes, bell rings.
Yeah.
Let's see what everybody else.
Never got a response from my comment.
Right, about heading towards the the nurses' ward, right?
Yeah, that was immediately after telling him he should probably go to the school counselor or to find a good therapist.
Right. So flickering back to that before we move on. Maybe I don't know. I need to talk to my mom about it. I need to apologize to her first. I haven't seen her since this morning.
Oh, do what you need to.
Hey, thank you. Hey, wait, what's your name?
Edward Follinger, the fix-it guy around here.
You actually fix stuff? He
Eh,
actually.
for a bit of pocket money, usually. You can ask a bunch of people.
I'll probably explain how, as he gives off a yet to be determined name, and how you fixed his GoPro, not GoPro, but his Walkman, his CD Walkman. Man, it's been a while.
Yeah, well, I do what I can around here, and hey, it's a bit of pocket money I can spend on the arcade.
Yeah, I do. Which arcade do you like? I prefer the 3 of 3s out of the world set. They got
Ah,
this. They got this like walkthrough gunning area. Really fun.
yeah, I usually hit up the cabinets over there near the Dragon's Tea?
Dragon's Finest Tea.
Yes.
Oh, right. Forgot that the shopping district has some arcade. I'm used to living in the entertainment sector of town of the city.
We each got our own joys. And I better get to the nurse's office before Mrs. Goldlight catches me out here.
Oh yeah,
I
she
kinda-
can be a bit of a hardball.
I kind of set the rest of the kids free.
Okay, that's going in the books. Think that'll be the first time in 3 years since she's been here that someone's pulled a fast one on her. I think everyone's in the school's already pulled a fast one on the new guy. First day here, I think. What's his name? Walterman? I don't know.
Eh. I haven't seen him yet, so
Oh, anyway, yeah. Better get back. Probably not through the bathroom.
given everybody else managed to escape, you could probably just literally walk into class.
Right. Speaking of, which class do you guys have next? At this
God.
point, as you guys check your pages, go ahead and roll me a 1d120.
One.
These are not your
1d20.
elected.
Did I roll that already? I might have rolled that already.
Net, I never get net 20s, and now I've gotten 2.
Let's see.
Okay, thanks, dice. The three is wonderful.
They have been trying to avoid me all day.
Yep.
Edward Spencer. Claudia. Jace. We'll have roll later. And Puddle. Edward, you got an 11?
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh.
And seeing as your previous classes was free, the wrongly selected metal shop because someone fucked up in the school's computer area. The DM did, not Jace.
Which shop?
And science class, meaning your next class is language.
Joy, German. Wait, I'm already fluent. This will be my easy class then.
There's also Spanish and French to
Yes.
pick up in this school.
She's a polyglot. She teaches every language. well, everyone that's available in class, which is French, French, German, Spanish, and Ancient Sumerian, obviously.
Why would I go to French? We kicked their asses.
So he's aiming for an easy A, from what I'm hearing.
It's free. It's a free study period where I can study more chemistry. For all intents and purposes.
Language.
Of course.
German. Dahlia, with her 20. Congratulations, Dahlia. You have a free period.
She's gonna use it to try to find some sort of red meat.
You will have to report over towards the library for your free period, but she's a very lenient person there in the area. Where's my librarian name?
And don't forget, Mayor, we need a nurse's name as well.
Oh, we nurse depression, remember?
Alright, Nurse Depression.
Yep, nurse suppression.
It runs in the family. You should hear about my cousin. Diabetes.
Oh, your cousin is manic depression.
You should see my niece inside the schools, Melancholy. She's a wonderful girl.
Wait. Which one are you? You're...
Oh, she's clinical depression, obviously.
MD.
Then she wouldn't be a nurse.
I'm joking.
I'm Gloria.
Gloria depression.
Please tell me that's her actual voice.
What, she's been packing, 10-pack, she's been smoking 10 packs a day for the last 40 years?
Yes, yes.
And counting. I don't even do it for the stress. I just do it for the flavor. They tell me to go to my. They tell me to go to my car when I do it. I'm in my car half the school day. It's okay. Listen to the 80s. Oh God, I cannot do that voice too often.
I just cut off the filters. They get in the way.
Why don't you just buy the camels?
Have you seen the prices on camels, kid? I would have to be working 2 jobs at this rate to maintain my habit.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
jobs,
At
but
this point, at this point in time, they're $6 a box, or $50 for a carton.
I think the librarian was Mrs. Ludwig, right?
Ludwig.
Or Miss Ludwig.
Yeah, no. Sorry about that, Nurse Depression. I had the tuna.
You and everyone else, kiddo. It seems to have gone bad. I blame the school for choosing where we pick up our fish. Anyway, let me check your temperature. She pulls the thermometer out of your mouth after a few seconds, after the beep. You looking like you're fine. If you feel like throwing up, come back, let me know. Or if you throw up, come back, let me know. We'll contact your parents. Then they'll come and pick you up. But until then, you look fine. You almost look like a fresh raspberry picked out of the garden. Now go have yourself a beautiful day.
I think I'll need a note.
Oh yeah, everyone with their notes. Here for your next class, and just in case, here's some antacids to keep the stomach in check.
Right.
Alright, if anyone asks, I'll be on my '89 Corolla.
I think everybody knows where they'll be, Nurse Depression.
Just swallow the smoke. The smoke. Oh, I cannot keep that voice up too long.
follow the yellow smoke trail, honey. You'll see my 898 Corolla. if you need me, I got my van down by the river.
Okay, okay. So, Dahlia, you will have your free period over in the library with Miss Ludwig, one of the more easygoing teachers. And because of this free period, she you have a little bit more leniency in your movement around school. And you said you needed to go look for more red meat, you say.
I want my finger to start healing and not just like be a bad stitch job.
Oh, why, hello, Dahlia. You doing all right? You're covering your hand. Did you smack your finger or something?
I,
As you,
it was
Go ahead.
jammed in the door.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. I think we have a first aid kit around here. Just it'll be in the back here if you want to wrap your finger up. I believe we got some cold compressions around here. Let me check my mini fridge.
Oh, I'm fine. I just, actually, I'm really hungry. Lunch isn't big enough for a growing girl. Uh, do you have, any snacks?
Of course I do, sweetheart. One second. Here, why don't you try munching on this? I gotta go make sure that a couple of these books are put away properly. I think the last kid from the last period might have been on something. I can't tell. You know how some of the kids will get into their parents' medicine cabinet. Anyway, here, enjoy some. As she passes you some Nature Valley granola bars.
Dahlia grimaces, and when she's busy with something else, Dahlia's gonna just nose through the fridge real quick to see if there's anything red meat in there.
All right, give me a stealth check.
All right.
While you're doing that, going over back to the hero rolls and double checking. Puddles.
I got a 3.
And double checking. Your next period is reading.
Finally, something she's good at.
Congratulations, you're in literature.
So you make it over to the classroom. Let me double check the teacher for this one. Drama, geology. Why do I have so many pages separating sites? Ah, right. Mr. William Svea is there waiting for you as you're welcomed in. He gets your chairs, your seats. Hey, get the frick out of my bag, you freaking insect-loving son of a gun!
What?
Sorry, a fly flew into my pork rinds.
Oh.
He's very protective of his pork rinds.
I have an addiction.
He does.
The pork rinds
Leaving
are...
your phone
you know,
is the first step.
Sorry, I just had it open and a random fly just tried to go inside, and do not like fly going inside my bag. Dahlia, sorry. Wilda, I need you to give me 3 reading checks, intelligence checks.
Okay.
As he brings out a book and a couple of short quizzes, I want you to go through these. This is just a quick comprehension of to gauge where everyone's at with their reading capabilities. Fill out the answers as you go, and I'll be able to catch up with you here shortly.
Oh man, you know that's a vocab test. You know it is.
Oh no, hold on. It's RR, not LR.
Dahlia, double checking your stealth roll in a second.
I got a 19, mans.
Or not.
20 minus 2. Oh yeah, she's like completely absorbed in her task as you're able to go freely into the fridge.
Obviously I am bothered by what happened on lunch period. Or at lunch. Which is why I'm not doing good in reading.
The Scarlet Letter that you were handed seems to have a very interesting cover. And while everyone else has already cracked their books open and gone through, the burning symbol of the A on the front seems to just catch your mind. You go into thinking about how the situation that's happened over lunch and this morning, and all the new developments happening around your town. The new revelation of another water being going around, stealing more water from the town. It's a lot to think on. That's when you hear, "All right, everybody, pencils down. It's almost time for the bell. Thank you. Don't worry. We'll go over everything, and we'll make sure to take care to catch you guys up on what you're supposed to be reading at." Miss Russell, before you leave, please come back here real quick.
Oh gosh. Face red. Hoodie up.
I don't like failing students. I honestly normally give bonus points, especially if they try. He points over towards the blank sheet of test papers. This is on your desk, but it doesn't have your name. Is everything okay?
Just a little distracted today. I'm sorry.
I understand first days can be quite overwhelming trying to catch up with everything. I'm sorry that I do feel bad that we, as educators, are being asked to test your current knowledge limits. So I do understand it might have been a bit of a surprise, but I do feel that at least putting your name. If you, there's students who have insulted me who have at least put it on their names, but this is quite disconcerting. Did you even have a pencil or a pen?
I need to make a will check. I'm being scolded. Oh! And I don't have bennies!
Inattentiveness.
She literally melts into the floor. Oh no.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead and describe. Let me hear how it plays. How you're describing your melting. As he does go from looking at the paper, the book, and at the book, pulling out a couple of other ne'er-do-wells who simply put down their name and worse on the books, on their test paper, and back to your blank sheet before looking over back
no,
at you.
it's like an instant crash of 15 gallons on the floor.
Not to mention, most other students are just plain rude, but they at least give some effort. You just drift off into space. No clothes, no backpack, just water. As he makes an important roll for himself.
This is a crucial story moment.
Muddles, as you're lying on the ground, seeing everything, you see him look around, look up, seeing if there's a leak. You see him feel his forehead, pull out a personal thermometer, check it, look around. You watch him walk towards the door, look outside. He looks back towards the middle of the classroom after taking out the thermometer. Miss Russell, are you still here?
I can't move or talk in this state.
He takes a deep breath before going. All right, chicken. This is why we stopped taking the acids back in the 80s. So this is why. Well, she must not actually stop by. We'll scold her when she gets back. I've never met a more difficult student than someone who just disappears in the middle of being criticized and just, ooh, wow. Did I crack my back at any point? Puddles, you're seeing a man who seems to have had a wild life in the 80s, wondering if it's coming back to haunt him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can't interact with it.
You hear him click on an on a walkie-talkie nearby his desk. Hey, Eeyore, mind swinging by? I seem to have had a random spill over here. Just water. Thank you. In a couple of minutes before a couple of students, before more students start coming in, you hear the familiar sounds of Jan Etor, the school's janitor, wheel over his mop bucket and start picking you up.
Oh God, my worst fear, the mop.
Not the mop! Anything but the mop!
Well, it's more confinement.
Luck is on your side. It's a new mop, freshly opened.
New day, new year, new mop. This is relevant to Puddle somewhat.
Yeah.
New me.
So, Puddles, you are currently mopped up and then are wheeled out. We'll get back to you on how you make it over to your next classroom. As we go over towards Spencer, who... What the fuck? Yeah, that's Gloria. That's Gloria. That's Nurse Depression right there. Flickering back up. Spencer, with your 10, you found yourself going into language as well.
Oh boy.
Let me double check. Making sure Spencer wasn't already in language. Nope, mathematics, home ec, and reading. Good. So, Spencer, curious. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Spencer stares at her for like half a second and goes, "Are you having a heart attack?"
Oh, couldn't talk anyway. Just go ahead, come on in, take a seat.
You should get that looked at. And he sits down.
As you sit right next to Edward, as you enter into the language class, Miss Line is standing in front of everyone, greeting everyone, passing out sheets. We are going to be going over the simple vocabularies of the German language, of the Deutsch language, and I would like for y'all to try to recall what words mean what. Well, as we converse on, feel free to fill it out as best as possible. I'll need you both to give me 3 awareness checks, please.
Awareness? That's one of my worst stats. This will go awesome.
Oh. Actually, Transient, you don't have to roll because you already know Deutsch. So, you get an auto pass. Spencer, I need you to roll.
Oh no. 4, 16, 1. That is a 5, a 17, and a 2.
Don't know what this word means. I don't know what this word means. Hey, I recognize this one. It means stop, Spencer. Don't poop on the floor. Sorry, Spencer, what?
I think he'd recognize the words that are strictly German foods like bratwurst.
the spell on
Scrutal.
you.
I love
Recognize if you hurt them.
Scrutal.
I know what that is. That's a bratwurst. It goes great with mustard. I'm interested in seeing how this test goes.
As your test goes on, you do have the teacher come over to look at your page. On the first portion, she notices. Bear in mind, because as you're also there, so is your unique handler.
Your aide.
Yes, trying to remember her name.
It's in cul-de-sac lounge if you need it.
This is why I type stuff. Right, Miss Juliet is there, right beside you.
Yeah.
She doesn't speak a lick of German either. But she's there making. But yeah, she's there making sure that you follow the class etiquettes and do your best. Tries to help you out a little bit here and there, but she does not speak a lick of German at all. At one point over your tests, you do see her distracting you by making cute drawings over some of the German words and go 999. That word does not mean sunflower. That means steamboat.
This is the teacher?
Yes, the teacher.
And Spencer will go, oh, this word means steamboat. Okay, I understand.
He gives
He draws
as you draw the correction, she gives a poignant look between you and Miss Juliet, as though like, watch what you say, my class. She gives a very "don't you mess around with my classroom" kind of vibe to your aide, not to you, Spencer. Your aide.
Oh, okay. But Miss Julia is my friend. Do I pick up on any of this?
No, you're asked to focus on your schoolwork.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on my schoolwork. But if I notice this, which I absolutely don't.
Edward, you finished before the rest of the class, as you already know most of the words here, if not all of them. There's like a couple of slang terms you weren't expecting to see there, but American, right?
Colloquialisms.
From there, we would have Jace do a roll, but he is currently out. I'll ask him to make some rolls on the next chance I can. In the meantime, we'll move on to the next classes, which would be the electives. Remind me of your guys' electives again. I believe Edward was chemistry AP, right?
Do you want to work on and or yearbook, whichever one is there.
I'm just gonna make a roll real quick, Ace, to see if I even make it.
Give me that roll and tell me that you defy the odds.
No!
What the?
Nope, I am in a mop bucket.
Anyone seen Wilda? No.
Oh no.
Good. Yeah, I might have to ask.
Seriously, 2 in a row?
I know. This is everything I
feel
wanted, though.
Do I hear
Go
a
ahead.
lot, or feel a lot of sadness coming from a certain mop bucket?
No. The class you're in is actually in a different hallway than where she's at.
I meant
The
as
bat-
we're trying.
As you're traveling around, no, she has been poured down the drain, as most janitors have been trained to do when you mop something up. You pour it down your closet drain, your mop bucket drain. So
no.
Puddles is in the sewer system right now underneath the school.
Again.
Again.
Again,
It's my favorite place to be.
I mean, it's cold, it's quiet, it's dark.
No, I
Let's
don't
talk
stand out.
You're with your
So Dolly's in yearbook. Edward, you were in chemistry, right?
Let's see. For this period?
Yes.
You're elected.
Yes.
With 3 AP, yearbook. Spencer wanted.
There are a
Oh.
bunch, but if I absolutely had to choose it, I would probably have to choose. Let's see here. You know what? Let's choose number 4.
Go back over to that list that you had, so I can double check what number 4 was.
You'll like it.
And that was quite the conversation we had about magical item. Not related to this game. Oh Lord. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you are becoming the town's mascot.
Yep.
So we'll come up with something for that here shortly. And Puddles is supposed to be in first aid training.
First aid or home ec, but
Right, because her other one was wrongly placed as drama.
yeah.
So you know what, we'll write this down as home ec. Only for your name to come up and no answer, as you are now about 30 feet underground, chilling out throughout the sewer system.
I have a way to get me back into the school. I've thought of it.
I mean,
It does require the chemistry classroom.
It would require the shenanigans of the chemistry class to be involved just to bring you back to normal set. So, and once more, I'll have to probe Jace about his antics for his elective. Edward, as you're in chemistry, they're going over the basic fundamentals. Can you give me a? Bear in mind, go ahead and add your edict memory for it. Give me a intelligence check for this comprehension.
And 19.
Oh goodness. So, yeah. So, as he's going over different compounds, points over to you. Do you recognize this compound as he shows you the compound for for chlorine, as you correctly guessed it? Good, excellent. You know, chlorine's a strange chemical cleanser. You toss it as is in the water, and it clears everything up by collecting a lot of the particles and bringing it down. You mix it in with some bleach, and some of the excess becomes table salt. Hilarious. The rest becomes a horrible, murderous gas, mind you. Never mix the two together.
Would you like me to give you another little fun factoid about chlorine?
Okay,
Please, well,
chlorine's a gas, not a liquid, for one thing. And for a second thing, it's a straight element, not a compound.
so yeah, go ahead.
If they're talking about chlorine and bleach, or ammonia and bleach, that will make mustard gas. Let's see here. Give me a second. I believe it is Give me a second. Yeah, vinegar and bleach creates chlorine gas. Ammonia and bleach creates mustard gas. I think it's pure alcohol makes chloroform, and a whole bunch of other mixtures with bleach just generally make really harmful, horrifically bad stuff. But if you want to know stuff about vinegar, mix it with some baking soda.
Why, thank you, Dr. Combs. As the teacher finishes his description of chlorine. Yes, your teacher is named Dr. Combs.
I love that. Also, when it comes to chlorine, it can be a liquid, a gas, or a solid. It just depends on the extreme temperatures, pressures, and vice versa. But if it's in a gas form and it's released from a liquid form, it does so explosively. Observe.
As the teacher starts, making demonstrations to before continuing on with the rest of class, Edward, you look down at your desk / faucet area, and you notice a small hand like waving at you in a watery fashion, coming out from the sink. Only you have noticed it. Your seating arrangement partner has not.
And you said Mr. Combs, right?
Dr. Combs.
So what the hell's a doctor teaching at a high school?
Teaching in my high school.
Times were tough.
I mean, times could be tough, or he's just like a retiree who just wanted a basic job.
76 years old takes a toll on a person.
Yeah.
Needs a paycheck, man.
That has never stopped them from going for grants.
I have enough
I'm gonna
grants.
tell you, my chemistry teacher in high school was a doctor, Dr. Leggett. Wait, we should probably edit that out of the stream.
Dr. L for super loving teacher.
Edward Transient will raise his hand. Dr. Combs, gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna miss this great reaction here, but go for it.
That's exactly what I would say.
I can do it later for extra credit.
Yes, you can. Go use that bathroom.
All right, just wait till the end of the week when you want to give you access to the chemicals.
Yes, sir. And I'll immediately dash out of the classroom and head towards the nearest bathroom. Because I'm pretty sure Puddle knows the pipes of the school better than anybody than anybody, including the plumbers.
Puddles, I'm gonna need an insight check to recall the pipes of the school. Make sure you know where you're going for the men's bathroom as you do over here where Transient is going.
Okay. Ugh. It was on the.
Question, Mayor, does she get a bonus for this, given how many times she's been through these pipes?
I would say a +5 if she's over the course of the summer and getting used to her powers. Just abuse the pipes here at school for more practice of movement in piping. Yeah, +5.
So we'll see.
Thank goodness for that +5.
Yeah.
That +7. She beats it by 1, so you do recall where the bathroom is, despite the slight twists and turns of almost going into the girls' bathroom. Bad memories. Ugh.
Yeah.
The things LeBlanca James can do with a toilet brush.
Don't even want to hear it.
Neither do I.
What's this about a toilet brush?
Moving on, you're able to find out which sink he's tapping open, so you can leak yourself out of in order to try to make it to class. You're running late in your home ec class.
She'll come out, basically
Thing.
lean over the sink and take a couple deep breaths, even though she doesn't need to breathe.
Hand on. I'm guessing you're still in water form.
Yeah.
Hand on back of water form. You doing okay?
I lost control in front of a teacher.
Hmm.
I only got in the pipe system because the janitor mopped me up.
Okay, so he probably didn't realize that you lost control.
Probably not.
Alright. Well, class has started, and if you're gonna be late to yours, let them know that you had the tuna. You stopped by Nurse Gloria's office, but she wasn't there.
Okay.
That's Nurse Depression. Everyone calls her Gloria. It's Nurse Depression.
Nurse Depression. I'm not gonna remember that because Nurse Gloria is so much more memorable.
I just don't forget the reasons why she sounds bitter, while she sounds giddy and terrible at the same time. Like a sugar-coated being that's been smoking 20 packs a day.
Just let them know that Nurse Depression wasn't in her office. She kind of went out to her Camaro immediately afterwards.
You see her try and shift back, and she can't.
Oh.
The anxiety from being yelled at has really rattled her. She's unable to re-solidify properly for now. You do hear a couple of knocking on the not knocking, but like stepping towards the bathroom area.
Immediately, see here. What type of bathroom is this? Because usually if lunch is anywhere close to the cafeteria or gym, it's the L shapes. Usually in the rest of the school, it's the doors.
It's the doors. You're in one of the hallways, the main hallway bathrooms.
Alright, has someone already entered into the bathroom, or...
Not yet, because while you guys are about to have someone step in, we'll flicker over towards the yearbook candidates. Dahlia, who is getting a short lecture from the head of the drama club or drama school, Mrs. Hedberg. Students, I'm glad you're all here taking this elective. Everyone almost seems to forget the yearbook. It is though no one cares about looking back at their histories and seeing the many jubilant triumphs and failures that we've had. She goes on for a bit before looking towards all of you. What I need from you for today is simply one thing: pictures. I need pictures of our school.
Talia is so psyched already.
And if you can get pictures of anyone doing something particularly scholastic and amazing, that will be perfect. We'll try to push to have front pages for our newspaper as well as the yearbook. Did I mention we're also working on the new book on the newspaper this year? The yearbook and the new newspaper class has been merged. Sadly, our fundings are getting shorter. So I need pictures, and I'll need you all to start pushing early to sell yearbooks. Get people to buy their yearbooks this year. The one who sells the most will definitely get an A in this class. Now, does anyone
Dahlia's
here?
already fired up, but I don't know what she's not going to interrupt.
Now, does anyone here know how to operate a camera? Whether advanced with strong lens or simple store-bought camera.
Dahlia does. She's got the college thing.
Ah, Dahlia, I see you waving your hand enthusiastically. You want to come up and take a couple of pictures and show us how it works? We can describe each process.
Manual, digital, or
Disposable.
disposable.
She has two cameras. One looks to be the disposable store bots with the take in to have the have the negatives turn into pictures, and then this really neat and advanced looking one that looks to take Polaroids pictures.
All right. Dahlia is going to go for the disposable one first. She's definitely used those before because I've used those before as a little kid. I'm sure she would have as well. So she lines up a picture of the teacher in front of the blackboard, snaps a picture, and then she grabs the Polaroid one and very carefully lines up another shot and snaps and takes the Polaroid out. She does not shake it because you're not supposed to actually shake Polaroid pictures.
Oh, a little bit of that knowledge.
Yes.
All those years later to be lied to by.
Yeah, it can cause the whatchamacallits to actually run the chemicals in it to run.
Yeah, it's bad for it. Don't do it, kids.
Alrighty. Now, can you hand me a picture from both of them?
She blinks and says, we can't get the disposable one done.
And why not? She looks excited, hoping that you would know the answer.
Because it needs a dark room?
Yes, it does. Everyone, turn your attention towards the back here as she leads you over towards the back area. And
Dahlia totally does that whole thing as soon as she thinks the class is not looking at her.
does the giddy face?
The fist bump down at your side, the yes victory pose.
Nice. So she goes towards the back of the room and reveals that, yes, the yearbook / newspaper room does have a dark room. Now, in here, we'll be able to start do some developing and some once you start taking pictures, we'll learn about negatives here soon. Just some simple. Just want to show you that over here is where you do your developing, where you'll dip your main pictures here, hang them up over here. Never turn this switch on. Not while you're in. Only after you're done. Only after you're sure that no photos in here is developing. And only in case of emergencies. That being said, as she resumes for the rest of the class, before we jump back over towards Spencer, who is outside of everything, surrounded by what appears to be a majority of girls, with only like a few boys here and there. Coming from, do I want to use the PE teacher for this one, or do I want to use a professional teacher?
You can do a coach, you can do a teacher, it depends. There's usually a coach for, what this is.
Coach Steppenhoff it is. So in front of you appears to be a slightly portly man, a tall, portly man, Spencer. But he is coming out dancing to the beat of a early 2000s. I want to say the cha-cha slide, but he's hitting every command like on beat. Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. You see this, kids? crisscross. This is how you're supposed to stay on beat as he continues dancing.
Everybody clap your hands.
I'm good at clapping my hands.
Are you good at doing it in rhythm, though?
No.
That'd be challenging for a speedster.
Now, this song, the Cha-Cha Slide, is a very easy song to follow. Almost as easy to follow as line dancing. But when you hear the dance lines, that'll be for a special time during homecoming. It's a couple of months from now. No, instead, we'll be here to pump people up. And in order to pump people up, we go with modern pop music. Nothing but the poppiest.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a flashback to elementary school. And my gym teacher saying the exact same thing almost.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Cha-Cha Slide was 2000.
Right on time. He was ready with the next big thing. He knew. He knew,
Coach
man.
Coach Steppenhoff, second coolest teacher in the school. Or so he claims. So, Spencer, I'm going to need 3. What is this version's performance? I guess it would be acrobatics, wouldn't it?
Oh gosh, and then he can do Cotton Eye Joe.
Must resist
Hot
urge.
Night Show.
You know, I should have known because I was going to dances in middle school, which was right around that time.
So yeah, either acrobatics or agility for the next 3 dance checks, please. Spencer. And after this, we will call it for session.
So agility is just base agility then.
Base agility or acrobatics.
If you don't have, you can't use it unless you get points in it.
I have acrobatics.
And use your acrobatics is going to be higher than your straight agility.
Yeah. It's
Hang
a plus
on.
10.
Seeing points in athletics, not acrobatics. You have an acrobatic point roll, but you don't have any points in acrobatics. If that makes sense.
You don't have any
I have
ranks.
So straight agility.
What?
Acrobatics, you have to have points in it. You have to have ranks in the skill in order to use it. So
I do. I have 4 ranks in it.
in athletics, from what I'm
You're
hearing.
Your agility gives your acrobatics +4, but you don't have any actual ranks in your acrobatics.
I have ranks in acrobatics. I don't have any in athletics. I'll show you right now. Give me a second. Setting it on over. I'm staring right at it, and I'm like, no.
And I must not have an updated version of yours because yours is showing the opposite: 2 in your athletics, none in your acro. But if that's how it was originally intended, 1 second.
Go ahead and open it up. Pretty sure I handed you this one. Could be wrong. Probably am wrong.
Is it one of your other forms?
No, it's my base form.
All right, yeah, he does have points in acrobatics. All right, roll me them. Roll me them acrobatics.
Alrighty. I should have sent that to you earlier. I'm sorry, man.
That's why I asked for updates before we start each chapter.
I'm sorry. Okay, that'll be a 26, a 19, and a 29.
Well, believe it or not, Spencer's got moves. Although somewhere around the, I think it was freestyle. There was a freestyle on that one, right? In Cha-Cha Slide, it was crisscross.
We legitimately listened to it yesterday.
Yes, but I was also really focused on talking to you guys, not trying to like zone in on the exact damn thing because I would have started dancing.
That's fair.
It's like that one comic where I'm in control of myself. Are you? Slide to the left. What is this? What is this?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a
anyway.
crisscross and then freestyle.
So at that point of the freestyle, you sort of freeze up as everyone else just starts doing different dance movements, as you're not sure how you're supposed to dance this portion. But the minute they come back together on the next 3 hops this time, you're back to hopping in step.
Yes. A lot of cheerleading is a lot of physical training too. I should know. I tried out for the team when I was in high school.
Oh goodness.
I actually made the team too, but I quit like the same day because it wasn't fun.
All right. So once you get done dancing, Seven Hops looking at everyone. All right. I want you all to take what you have and amp it up a little bit. This guy right here, as he points over to you, he's got the spirit. He's got his ideas. Just needs some more creativity. We need you to pick it up. But I need you to be creatively as crazy as her, as he points over to Michaela Jordan. Who? Sorry, go ahead.
I
Or
just
someone-
laugh at you, Kayla Jordan.
Yeah, Blanca James, Michaela Jordan, and Katie Banks.
Oh, I forgot. I thought that was a very funny Michael Jordan pun.
It was, and it's
Thank
still
you. Thank you. I need your creativity to be as crazy as hers. But with you two, our school's gonna be top spirit. I tell you, top spirit. Anyway,
yeah, top spirit.
anyway, school's almost over. Go on to your next classes. Right after the bell, take a moment to breathe and keep the spirit up. Got this. That's what I'm talking about. And before we move on to the next class, we will call it here.
You.
And we'll come. We will start off the next session with how Transient and Puddle will be making their escape from the resealed bathroom that they sealed themselves in. Hopefully, Puddle will be able to make it back to her eco class before the start of the next bell, and we move on to the last class. Same with Transient.
No,
But-
we fused the door, the side that the door swings on, and fused it to the ground. That's all I did.
You think someone who needs to piddle in the boys' bathroom has the mindset to try to strengthen through that? Nah. If it's jiggle, if it's locked, we move on to the next door. We keep running. You know this. Cool times were crazy. Thank you again for
Yes.
joining us here at Mastodon. Sorry. I'm always jumping on people's lines. Any last words before we say goodbyes? For tonight? For the next session?
See you next time.
Bye, y'all.
I've got the spirit and the power, and I can cha-cha slide.
Well done. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for joining us. See y'all next time.